Today we have a very special guest with us, Senior Vice President of Global Technology and Innovation from the Austin Chamber of Commerce, Leigh Christie. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you for your patience, and I think we've restarted this almost half a dozen times, so thank you.
Welcome to 2021.
Exactly. You know, and I was so hopeful that 2021 was behind us, and then we've had some events that, you know, remind us that the calendars may change, but we're still kind of in it.
We are. It's all good.
Yes, yes. So as I am preparing for each guest, I like to see your presence on social media, and I had the opportunity to watch a TED Talk where you spoke very passionately about your marathon habits, and the intention that you had to go through to get there. So where did your passion for running come from?
You know, I have no idea. It was probably something I had never done, and then one day decided I need to do it just to check it off my list. Mm-hmm. I really, though, enjoyed the process of training.
Yep.
I actually loved it. I like that it's time by yourself, and I like that you and yourself are completely responsible for whether you show up and whether you complete the journey. That's a lot of pressure. And I really liked, and I like doing stuff I've never done before. So I've done New York a couple of times, San Francisco and Honolulu. You know, anyone can run a marathon. It's really that simple. It's just showing up and doing the runs. So yeah, totally addicted. I love it.
Yep, I'm a huge advocate for the trail around Lady Bird Lake.
Thank you.
If you and I were ever to visit on Zoom, my virtual background would be Stevie Ray Vaughan.
It is a great location.
It is. And every time I ride my bike back by there, I just have to give him a quick salute because very respectful of Stevie Ray.
Agreed.
So tell me a little bit, you know, we have these announcements of these huge companies coming to Austin, Texas, Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Oracle, you name it. What does the day in the life of a senior vice president of global technology and innovation do? Are you just out there saying, come to Texas and we'll take care of you? What do you do?
So, you know, I think my role, or actually I know it is very different than a lot of roles at chambers, you know, within Texas and actually within the United States. You know, we have a team that's run by Sharice Bodish, and, you know, she really leads that effort in a really graceful and hardworking way to support companies who are coming into Austin. And that's done very confidentially, right, out of respect for that company, but just we can, right, and they can actually have time to evaluate Austin before they have to make a decision. A day in the life for me is always different, which I love. You know, I focus on really being in the ecosystem of tech and innovation, staying connected, collaborating, and also really making sure anything I can do to increase our global footprint as Austin and the Austin region. You know, before this last year, I spent a great deal of time abroad. I have focused my energy and my efforts on Dubai and Abu Dhabi, Singapore, Hong Kong, Israel. And, you know, these are great places that already know about Austin. Also lead a roundtable of international leaders. You know, we have a large number of consul generals and those who oversee companies coming in and out of the UK, Poland, Italy, Ireland, Canada. I mean, you name it. And having these leaders at the same table to really grow and learn from each other and support each other. I see that over and over with everything I do.
That's fantastic. I believe that TurnKey Lender will be participating at one of those roundtables in the very near future.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it.
Well, we're really looking forward to having you. I mean, if there's anything I can do in my role, it's truly bringing together leaders to hear different perspectives and how We have different voices and different skills that are stepping up in very innovative and unique ways to support our founders and our companies. And, we do that through various opportunities. And one of that is a forum that we'll be hosting that'll center on international founders. It'll center on policy. So these are things I think the Chamber really excels at. Mm-hmm. And we are the only player who can bring such diverse voices to the table on all different aspects from a city, state, and federal level.
Well, you guys are a well-oiled machine. There's more and more and more people coming to Austin, Texas. For us people that have been here for a while, I'd say just kindly tap the brakes a little bit. You're doing great.
I am born and raised from Austin, and Bee Caves Road used to be a 2-lane road, so it has definitely changed.
Yes, 100%. It's very amazing. It's an honor to be here in the community, in the country. Central Texas is amazing, and as we've just experienced the weather, you never know what you're going to get. On Sunday, we had 3 inches of snow. Go figure.
Yep.
So what do you most enjoy about your role?
I really do enjoy stepping in and finding those gaps in our ecosystem to figure out how best to collaborate and play and bring leadership. I strongly believe in collaboration and that there are an unending way to step up and lead. And I also truly love finding where we need assistance and where we need more voices. I really enjoy that. And I love the hard work of working internationally, building those relationships and helping Austin's global footprint grow is hard and great work. And I truly enjoy that.
That's fantastic. It shows. I mean, again, with the more and more companies that are coming here, it shows 100%. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
When you, in your position, you get to see innovation of all different kinds, right? Probably technology innovation, manufacturing innovation, political innovation, all these kinds of things. Do you get to organize the innovation that you see, or is it just kind of a shotgun approach of innovation on a regular basis?
I think I'd be lying if I said yes to only the first one. I mean, a lot of it is really just taking hold of opportunities. I mean, within the last, 24 hours, I've been on the phone with investors out of London who are looking to come into Austin in a very strategic and supportive way. And I've also been connected to 2 other investors who are looking to fund innovative and tech companies. So I think when I see innovation, it's really understanding it and finding a way to add value to either supporting them scale or get connected in Austin or finding opportunities. I do strongly believe that is something the Chamber should do and does do very well.
Yep, exactly. So, in March of last year, we had this COVID thing hit. How did you guys pivot? Did you all become Zoomers, or how have you pivoted since COVID is now present?
Surprisingly, extremely well. I mean, I haven't been back physically in our office since spring break of last year. We went from entertaining a very large number of founders, CEOs, and business leaders, multiple times daily at the Chamber to bringing an entire team of 40 plus individuals to being virtual. No, that's not unique. We see that over and over as a necessity. But I think what has been truly impressive from our team, and to brag on them a little bit, we had the busiest year we've ever had. The Chamber stepped up in a lot of unique ways. We had a new CEO come into place Mike Rollins retired. Laura Huffman, who is also a very strong and phenomenal leader, took the helm. So we had a lot of transitions to make. The chamber is known for doing a lot of supportive events in the community, and those grew, right? All from hosting a central task force that Laura Huffman and the chamber were asked to lead on behalf of Mayor Adler, to convening over 200 business leaders to that roundtable every week, to launching everything online. And surprisingly, we took over 51 events live on Zoom from the end of March through the end of December. We had well over 11,000 people in our community register, and almost 9,000 people attend those. I find that significant, because if you take that rate of work and effort and you show that across our legislative and policy team, and you show that across our economic development team and the global team, that's pretty consistent. The team has been doing an exceptional job and thriving virtually. So that's actually, from a global tech perspective, really nice to see how well we pivoted. And we meet as a team in addition to a leadership team every week. So we have eyes on each other and find ways to connect in a really wonderful way every week.
That's phenomenal. I bet you have to worry about your Zoom account overheating at times with the amount of work.
This is my 6th Zoom online event. I have not seen both my children since this morning. I just watched them kind of go by in the other room. But that's how business is done right now. So I think we're all making it happen. That's it.
And, when I get this opportunity to talk to thought leaders like yourself, I always am interested in the type of advice you would give to entrepreneurs, to innovators, or anybody that's interested in Austin, Texas. What advice would you share?
One, there's so many quality ways to get plugged in. The chamber touches a very a large number of people coming into town, but also relatively, there's a lot of founders and startups and team members and families coming to Austin all the time. And at least in the startup world, I am constantly surprised, impressed, overwhelmed with the amount of outlets for startup founders and for team members to get connected. All from, I see questions on, hey, I'm looking to start a business. Who can help me out? And there will be 75 replies on Facebook of, hey, read this book, or have you looked here for mentorship? I think it's really asking. It's really asking to get plugged in and being very clear about what you want and what you need so that people can actually help you. I do think one of the reasons, Joa Spearman, the founder of Localore, actually wrote an article about why Austin, and it got picked up by Inc. And, it's a really fabulous article about why Austin. And it's all from Austin's a great place to launch a business. It's very business friendly, but we're also a great space to find very educated and talented team members for businesses. And, it's a great place to raise a family. So I think all of those combine to really form a great entrance or entry point into Austin. And from there, I receive intros to individuals all the time, whether that's a cold ask for, hey, I need help. And, once you ask and can really fine tune what you need, most players and individuals in Austin will step up to help you.
Well, Leigh, thank you for your time. That was very impressive. I greatly appreciate the opportunity. I greatly appreciate what your organization is doing for both Austin and the state of Texas. We're honored and privileged and very grateful to have your skill set here bringing more people to Austin, Texas, and more companies that have wonderful technology. So thank you.
You're so kind.
Anytime, anytime. You know, to our audience who is participating, if you have any questions of Leigh, if you have any questions of the Greater Austin Chamber of Commerce, please do not hesitate to reach out. Leigh, no challenge, no stress, but we did have a guest offer up her cell phone number for any questions on this show, so no pressure whatsoever. But thank you so much for your time today. If you have any questions or any need or any services from Turnkey Lender, we're always here and happy to help. We greatly appreciate this opportunity to have thought leadership like yourself, Leigh, on the show. Thank you.
Thank you for being in our community and stepping up as a leader.
It's our pleasure. It's always our pleasure. Thank you so much.